You think I'll let you zone?
Well, this is cool that we might get some more info on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, with some news coming from Jux Video Magazine on details about the game's new mechanics, among other things. Like, the remake removes all the modern day scenarios in favor of a new, more original content with Edward in the pirate era, which is a welcome because of how they implemented Desmond in the future, where it was half-assed as they made it a first-person exploration segment that no one really liked, compared to the obvious main attraction that was the pirate era of the Assassin's Creed and Templars. Next, in this info that I'll be talking about, which is kind of iffy about and how they implement it in other games, and that is that they will be using, or hopefully with all this leaked information, they will be using the RPG system to an extent instead of keeping it straight action adventure game. The reason why I don't like it so much is that Edward will be getting gear upgrades and levels for a fake sense of progression. The map is going to be a little bit different, but it still will be, in a sense, with the pirates, as most of it will just be the ocean outside of a few islands, but there's going to be a little bit extras to those islands as well. All the systems will supposedly change from choreographed fights to the RPG system of how the fights are supposed to be played out, and that they will try to have no loading between ocean and land transitioning for Edward, so it will be seamless. Back to the map, as it won't be vast or have more islands than the last time that it came out, but the islands themselves that are already there will have more missions and side missions on them to make up for the fact that they also will add cut content from the first version of the game, like parts of Mary Reed's storyline that were dropped in 2013 with the original release. They envision that this won't be a big budget remake like Silent Hill 2 or the Resident Evil series so far with 2, 3, and 4, but an updated reimagining similar to that. I think that they were talking like it being Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy with added things missing from the original. The Anvil engine will be used, but to help cut costs and development time, they will reuse assets from Skull and Bones, but players won't know that they're from another game. I mean, if it's available and cuts down on development time by having someone make a new chair from scratch with them just putting in a ready-made chair and editing it just a little bit to make it a little bit differently, I'm all for it. Some insiders are saying Ubisoft is aiming for a spring release with a date in 2026 being around March to April, but there's no surprise if it slips to the fall of that year, even with everything going on at Ubisoft at this time. I do see some people memeing at the info of reusing assets from Skull and Bones, that this would make Black Flag the first quadruple A Assassin's Creed game that Ubisoft is making, which is pretty funny to think about. I just want it to be just like the original game, just updated a little bit and have some stuff that didn't make it in the first time around to make it more enjoyable all around with some quality of life adjustments. But it's like they're trying to get people used to the RPG mechanics even more if it's one of the last greatest Assassin's Creed games since Mirage brought back the action-adventure genre to the series. But instead, we're going back to the RPG mechanics if Jux Video Magazine sources are correct on this reimagining of a great Assassin's Creed game. To give credit to him, as he did get some stuff right in the past, but only time will tell if Black Flag will be an action-adventure game or an RPG-like video game that changes what made it a great video game in the first place. But with that all said, what are your thoughts on the rumored new direction to Black Flag? Did you want it to stay the same action-adventure genre of a type of game, or are you welcoming the new mechanics to spice up the reimagining? Stay gold, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.